One of my rant topics is stop being fake and phony with yourself. You say you're gonna do it. If you don't want to do it, tell whoever you don't want to do it. And if you need time to yourself, take time to yourself. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself. I always say this thing: as busy as I am on a day-to-day basis, if I finally get 2-3 hours to myself, I'm probably gonna let my phone ring a little bit. I see it. If you really need me, you leave a voicemail or you'll text me. But that's just me. I need that time to recharge. You need that time to recharge. Just love yourself. Hey, what's going on, friends and family? Welcome to another episode of Talks with Ken. I'm your host, Kendrick, and this is a place where motivation lives, inspiration thrives, and personal growth resides. I'm so happy that you guys are in the building, or in the car, or at work, wherever you may be. Y'all, I want to tell you this right now. It is outside of my normal recording time. It is 11:40 p.m. 11:40 p.m. I'll let that marinate a little bit. And I had a busy week. And some of my scheduling, things that I had scheduled had to be placed on a different time frame. And what do? We got to pivot. And so I had to pivot, and the show must go on. I made a promise to myself, and I made a promise to you guys to continuously have these conversations that we need to have. Whether you want to call it water cooler conversations in the car, barbershop conversations right here online. That's what I'm trying to bring. And so, and this is me. I mean, this is me. It's real talk. I don't only motivate y'all with what I'm discussing. I motivate myself. And one of those things is I'm a creature of habit. And no matter how you feel, the show must go on. The show must go on. Right now, my eyes are burning. I just not finished cutting my son's hair. We had a day at the golf course in the heat. You know, me and my wife, we went out, had a little date night too. So as I mentioned to y'all, you got to be great at everything. And then one of the things that I want to do is bring the word to you guys and, have conversation with you all and be a part of our community. So yes, the show must go on. I practice what I preach, and I'm thankful that you guys are here. And I kind of want to talk about that a little bit too. Is you can't only do stuff when you feel like it. You can't only work out when you feel like it. You can't have these tough conversations when you feel like it with your partner, or you can't have these tough conversations with your friends when you feel like it. Sometimes the right time to do it is when the right time arises, when it presents itself. And I always tell my son, typically what gets me going is tackling my hardest task first every day. I always try to go in, give me the hard thing. Give me the hard thing to do. I read in the book, once you tackle one of the harder tasks or some of the harder tasks first thing in the day, all the other smaller tasks don't seem hard at all on a consistent basis. And so what everybody else on a normal basis sees as big or gargantuous, insurmountable tasks or feats, you look at it as like, look, bite size, bit by bit, let's go ahead and do it. So as I'm doing right now, tackling some of the harder things, y'all, your boy beat. your boy is beat, but y'all giving me life today. Okay. Y'all are giving me some life today. And as you know, what I typically do on my show is to garner a sense of purpose, a sense of self-motivation, you know, to expound upon your self-worth, things of that nature. And what we've been hearing, seeing in the political realm, on TV, at work, passing by individuals and, in a grocery store or whatever, there's this ominous feeling of uncertainty. When you have that ominous feeling of uncertainty, it's really hard to stay motivated all the time. Some people probably like, oh, here go Kendrick with this motivation crap. I mean, that I'm laughing, but I know sometimes people are like, man, I just want to be down. I'm just tired right now. Just let me wallow in my misery and my pity. I got you on that. This is me. This is who I am. Side note, I want to share something funny to you. So, like, I just now went on my vacation, and then one of my close colleagues had to, utilize my password to get into a platform that we go into and pull files from. And I'm using this because this is my motivation. Sometimes I just don't feel it. I think it's kind of funny, but my password is your him. And most of my passwords are like some type of motivational thing. Past ones I've used is your time. It's our time. Your time is now. These are little things that I place in my life, but I utilize small elements in my life. Like right now, we're trying to sell a house right now that's been on the market for a little bit. One of those things I see recurring, and I write it down. It's like your year 2026. It's just small things to keep me going. And I want you guys to utilize some of that in your daily lives too. I mean, I want you guys to utilize some positivity when all this negative stuff is going on. When you don't feel like doing something, sometimes you just got to keep going and just have the faith that you're going to be fine in the end. Period. Like, period. And a lot of those things that we have hardships in life dealing with is all self-imposed. In some way, it's self-imposed. It's either if it happened to us, how do we look at that situation? Are we going to just sit there and we're going to wallop? Are we going to move forward? Are we going to take those lessons from that situation that happened to us and then make a plan, pivot, and move forward? You have to keep your energy up. You have to keep your energy up. You got to keep your positivity up. Hell or high water. You got to figure out how to do that. And if you over 30 years old, darn sure better already have figured something out to pull you out. Because man, if you don't live 30 years, you didn't experience a little bit of stuff that you don't like. I mean, you have. And in part, you're probably giving some of that wisdom to somebody else because you've overcome that situation. Life is nothing but a myriad of obstacles that you have to deal with. How do you learn from them? How do you overcome them? And then once you do it, how do you give back? I mean, most of this platform that I'm doing right now is how I'm giving back. Nothing I'm telling you guys none of this is fallacy. It is things that I've lived, I've learned, I've failed, I've overcome. And it's just me living kind of out loud to you guys right now. So as I mentioned, sometimes you got to do some things that you don't want to do. Like your body, your mind, you're aching, you're tired, but you got to show up. You got to show up for yourself. You got to show up for yourself. Like this is me. I'm showing up for myself. I'm showing up for you guys, and our talks with Ken community is getting a little bit bigger, and I'm loving it, y'all. I'm loving it. Like I said, we at episode 12. All right, let me get into how do we get over this tough time. So when you see all this negativity in the news, the oil prices and everything going up, and loved ones or friends of loved ones going into services and potentially having to embark on a new mission. Besides your prayers and besides being at home, how do you keep your energy up? How do you stay motivated? How do you let those ones in your house, your four walls, know that everything will be fine? I like to say this, and I equate a lot of things to finances or, financial literacy type of deal. Times like this, it's nothing but dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is nothing more than even when the market is down, you still put money into the market, praying and hoping for brighter days. But you take the emotions out of it. You just continuously put one foot in front of the next and you continue to go on. You continue to move forward. In times like this, I mean, you got all this negativity, this news rampant. Only thing you're gonna have to do is dollar cost average. Basically, with dollar cost average, air quotes, is continuously pour positivity in your life. Continuously do what you do. Continuously learn new tasks. Be there, have fun with your kids. Be there, have fun with your spouse. Things of that nature. And when you do that, you continuously keep your energy levels up, fighting off sickness, body ailments, because that has a physical portion to how we get through our day-to-day life as well. And especially, we don't need none of that stuff without that pollen going on, y'all. So yeah, try to keep your energy up as much as we can, okay? I'm going to save my biggest rant for last. And I don't typically do this because I know everything's supposed to be positive and uplifting on this, but I know a lot of our minds are attached to some of this stuff. It's time for us to really get serious about us. It's time for us to really get serious about our lives and what we have going on. I mean it. It's just time for us to get serious about a lot of stuff. I mean, we literally are in war right now, and we got individuals walking around like nothing has changed. Like nothing has changed. Left going against right, right going against left. And if that is you, you have missed the boat. I mean, you have totally missed that boat. So one of my pet peeves right now is that all this willy nilly going on around us, and we still feel like we can play with our life. Out here worried about what's the next thing we could buy. With all this craziness going on right now, I just want us to really get serious about what we currently have going on in our lives. If we say we're gonna do something, do it. If you say you're gonna learn something, learn it. If you say you're gonna save, save. You say you're gonna work out, work out. You say you're gonna love your spouse more, love them more. You say you're gonna be around your kids, be around your kids. You say you're gonna plan for a vacation that you've never been on in 10 years. You've been planning for 10 years and haven't done it yet. Plan it. Whatever it is, just go ahead and do it, y'all. I mean, here it is. Like I'll be 42 this year. And I think the average for men, and I think men in the US right now is like 76, 78 years old, something like that. That's like cream of the crop. And if that's the case, I'm already going down here, y'all. I'm already going down here. So me and one of my hunting buddies was talking about it not too long ago. But we've lived long enough to know that we don't need to play around with. If it's something we don't like or don't want to do, talk about it. Say something about it. I mean, you shouldn't be 30, 40, 50 years old playing around with people. I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to try to be something that you're not, to try to gain something that you probably shouldn't have or whatever. Just be real. I mean, just be real with yourself. Live your life. I'm gonna tell you what. When you marry your life with who you really are, everything is easy. Everything is easy. I mean, I know in my 20s when I had to figure this out coming out of college, and I was like, man, you mean tell me I ain't got to confine myself to what everybody else around me, thinking about because I was so used to that school stuff? Yeah. But man, like right now, I see why those old people be wearing church socks with some church shoes and some shorts and a wife beater walking into a grocery store at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I, I see because they got to that point where like, I'm living for me. I don't care about you. I'm living for me. And that's how I'm living right now. Like I'm living for me. So one of my rant topics is stop being fake and phony with yourself. You say you're gonna do it. If you don't want to do it, tell whoever you don't want to do it. And if you need time to yourself, take time to yourself. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself. I always say this thing. Like it's as busy as I am on a day-to-day basis. If I finally get 2-3 hours to myself, I'm probably gonna let my phone ring a little bit. I see it. If you really need me, you leave a voicemail or you'll text me. But that's just me. I need that time to recharge. You need that time to recharge. Just love yourself. Okay? Love yourself. Another thing that I hate is when people say I walk and I live by faith. But that same person is fearful, has a lot of doubt, and afraid of the unknown and uncertain about who or she is. That ain't walking and living by faith. Let me tell you this. When I really found out walking and living by faith encompass so many things. But once you decide to move in a certain direction, you got to have faith and see it through to the end. That's walking by faith. There are going to be a lot of unknowns, but you already know that you've already received and obtained what you're going after. Some people say, oh, I haven't received or gained what I want in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, in 3 years. But during that entire time, you're expressing that faith that you have, that you will have what you see in mind's eye, and the person that you're becoming. The things that you're saying that you don't need, you're deferring your pleasures so you can focus on trying to obtain what is for you. That's walking by faith. And then not giving up on it. You can have a smile on the darkest day when you are literally walking by faith. Do you know how many business deals went south and I smiled through it. Nobody ever knew it. Do you know how many opportunities I had that went to the bottom, but I smiled through it? And then what happens? Because I don't have a closed fist, those things come back to me like tenfold. And that lets me know that the universe, is working for us. That God said, I got it. And I know I got it. That's me walking by faith. I mean, you got to look through it. You got to smile in the rain. You really do. I mean, you really do. So those individuals that say you walking by faith, but you're doubting about everything, they ain't walking by faith. That's scarcity. And another thing, another rant topic. When someone continuously says they want to change about whatever it is, but they continuously doing the same thing, knowingly, continuously do the same program. That ain't it, y'all. When you know you need to do better, you know what you're doing wrong, you can vocalize what you're doing wrong, but you still choosing to do wrong. You still choosing to run that same old dusty, rusty butt program that you've been running for the last 15, 20 years, expecting a newer outcome. You can sit there and say something to somebody and you like, man, I know I need to do X, Y, and Z, but I ain't doing it. You're a grown man or woman. Do what you say you're going to do and be good with it. Another thing that I hate is when somebody sits on a stool or do nothing and hope and pray that their lives are going to change by happenstance. Just mysteriously going to change. I'm going to lose that weight that I've been wanting to come off. Oh, it's going to evaporate tomorrow. I'm going to get that $10 million in my bank account. And I don't even know what to do to even get my first $10 saved. I'm going to find that right man or that right woman. And I ain't even trying to grow myself. Those things eat me up. You definitely got to take those first steps for you. And then God will reward you and the universe will conspire to bring whatever you're wanting into your life. Trust me, y'all. I mean, this was like rocket science stuff to me before, but it's not. I mean, it's really not. When life sees you trying to become the best version of you, it conspires to work for you. That's one of the biggest misnomers I had in my entire life, was thinking that everything was against me. From where I was from, it seemed like everything was built against me, pinned against me. But as I, had trial and error, it just that I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know which questions to ask. I didn't know what places to go. I didn't even know what opportunities looked like if it hit me in the face. I just didn't have that understanding. I didn't have that knowledge base. I didn't. And so when you start to ask a lot of questions, you learn things by asking, you learn things by reading, you learn things by trial and error, by failure, by successes. But you got to start somewhere. And so when you take that next step, albeit you being afraid or whatnot, that's how life shows you that you're doing the right thing. Those breakthroughs come out of nowhere. Your breakthrough comes out of nowhere. And that's literally the alignment. You have to get yourself aligned to what you're trying to obtain. And I know I'm maybe talking over some individuals' head, but once you align to or raise your level, your frequency to what you're trying to obtain, let me give you the church folk. When they say God will hold your blessing away from you because you're not ready to receive it, this is what I'm talking about. If you're asking for $10 million, let me put it like really where you can get it. If you're asking for $1,000 extra a month, what level or what are you providing to get that extra $1,000 per month? Is it a new skill? Taking on more tasks? I'm making this a really easy example, but something in your life has to help you align with your goals, help you elevate to the same level of where your goals. And so once you get to that point by failures, by smaller success, by newer information in, and then now you know what to look for when an opportunity presents itself, that's when your life is going to change. And then once it happens once, you know that through trial and error, who you have become, how you've obtained that, life will do that over and over and over again. This is the part where I just love doing what I'm doing right now with y'all. I mean, because it's happened in my life over and over again. And the first couple times it felt like, wow, this is crazy. I mean, like what happened? It's how life tells you that you're in the right direction is when something just comes out of nowhere. Some idea comes out of nowhere while you're driving. Some random $200 check comes in the mail. Some type of reimbursement comes or whatever. Just in the nick of time of when you had these plans conspire, you were just trying to figure it out while riding down the road, and it hit you. That's when life's telling you that you're doing the right thing, you're on the right track. Keep on. We right here together. Okay? That is so y'all, that feels so good. When you understand it, you know that you're not in this world by yourself. You're not alone in what you're doing. And you got it. And you got this. I'm gonna save my last rant for a different day because I have held you guys' attention a little bit longer than what I wanted to today. And we're gonna get deeper into it, okay? We're gonna get deeper into it. But I want to leave you guys with this one message: is sometimes you got to do the hard things, even when you're tired, and that will build character, that will build resilience, and then that will build a better you. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Until our next conversation, this is Kendrick. Peace.